Russia, a huge country, old forests, mountains covered in snow, villages far, far away, a land full of history and stories. It's a place where it's hard to tell what's real and what's a myth, where whispers from the past still echo in the present, making you feel like something's not quite right. From the time of the Tsars to the Soviet Union, Russia has seen terrible things. Wars have destroyed its land, people have starved, and anyone who disagreed was silenced. But it's not just the history that makes Russia scary. All over this mysterious country, there are stories of strange things happening, things people can't explain. Get ready, because the stories we're about to tell are not for scaredy cats. High up in the Ural Mountains, where it's always snowy and the wind is freezing, there's a place full of mystery and fear. The harsh, icy winds whisper secrets that have been buried in the snow for decades, adding to the eerie atmosphere of this remote location. It's called Dyatlov Pass, named after the leader of a group of 9 hikers who went there in the winter of 1959 and were never seen alive again. The pass has since become infamous, a symbol of unexplained tragedy and enduring mystery. What happened to them is still a mystery. Despite numerous investigations and theories, no one has been able to definitively explain the events that led to their demise. In February 1959, Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old student, went on a skiing trip with 8 friends. They were all experienced and well prepared for the harsh conditions they would face. The group, 7 men and 2 women, were all good skiers and adventurers. They had faced challenging conditions before and were confident in their abilities. They wanted to reach Mount Otorten, a mountain whose name means "don't go there" in the language of the people who live there. The name itself was a foreboding warning, but the group was undeterred. The hikers started their trip, happy and excited, taking pictures and writing about it in their journals. They documented their journey meticulously, capturing moments of joy and camaraderie. But as they went further into the mountains, the weather turned bad. The once clear skies became overcast, and a fierce storm began to brew. On February 1, 1959, the hikers made camp on a mountain called Kolotsiakal, which means Dead Mountain. The name was ominous and the conditions were harsh. When they didn't come back when they were supposed to, people went looking for them. The search and rescue teams faced the same brutal conditions, hoping to find any trace of the missing hikers. Just outside of Moscow, a big city full of life and history, there's a scary reminder of the city's dark side. A place that has been forgotten by time, but not by the whispers of those who dare to remember. It's called Kovrino Hospital, a huge abandoned building that has been standing there for decades like a ghost looming over the cityscape. Its empty hallways and decaying rooms whisper stories of pain, sadness, and strange things happening. The walls seem to hold on to the echoes of the past, creating an eerie atmosphere that chills to the bone. People started building Kovrino Hospital in 1980, during a time of great ambition and hope for the future. It was supposed to be a great new hospital for the community, a beacon of modern medical care and innovation. The building was huge, designed to hold over 1,300 patients, and it was going to be very modern, equipped with the latest technology and facilities. But as they built it, problems started happening. Issues that no one had anticipated began to surface. The ground under the hospital was unstable and the building started to sink, creating a dangerous and unsolvable problem. Then, the Soviet Union started having money problems, and they had to stop building the hospital. The economic crisis hit hard, and resources became scarce. By 1985, the hospital was only partly built, and they stopped working on it for good. The dream of a state-of-the-art medical facility was left to rot. For years, the empty hospital was a reminder of how the Soviet Union had fallen apart, a symbol of broken promises and unfulfilled potential. But as time went on, people started telling stories about strange and scary things happening inside the hospital. It became a place of mystery and fear. Kovrino Hospital became a place that people were both afraid of and curious about, a place where legends and ghost stories were born, drawing in urban explorers and thrill-seekers alike. The Siberian wilderness is a huge and dangerous place with thick forests, frozen ground, and tall mountains. This vast expanse of land is one of the most remote and least explored regions on Earth, where nature reigns supreme and the elements can be unforgiving. It's a place full of mystery and legend. The dense fog that often blankets the forest adds to its eerie and enigmatic atmosphere, making it a perfect setting for tales of the unknown. For hundreds of years, the people who live in this remote region have whispered about a creature that hides in the forests, a creature called the Menk or the Almasti. These whispers have been passed down through generations, becoming an integral part of the local folklore. It's a creature that has fascinated explorers, scientists, and people who study strange creatures for a long time, the Yeti. Many have ventured into the wilderness, hoping to catch a glimpse of this elusive being. In Siberia, the legend of the Menk is a big part of the local stories, passed down from generation to generation by hunters who say they've seen it. Around campfires, these tales come alive, painting vivid pictures of encounters with the mysterious creature. People describe the Menk in different ways, but most say it's big, hairy like an ape, very strong, and has a strong, bad smell. Some even claim it has human-like intelligence, making it even more intriguing and frightening. Even though people have gone looking for it, there's no real proof that the Menk exists. Expeditions have returned empty-handed with only stories and second-hand accounts to show for their efforts. Whether the Menk is real, made up, or something in between, its legend continues to be a part of the Siberian wilderness. The mystery of the Menk endures, captivating the imaginations of those who hear its story. The Dyatlov Pass incident, with its scary details and unanswered questions, has attracted a lot of people who believe in conspiracies and the paranormal. The hiker's tent was found ripped open from the inside, like they ran away from something terrifying. Some people think it was an avalanche, but there's no evidence of that. What makes it even stranger is that the bodies themselves were found in a horrifying state. Doctors found injuries that looked like they were crushed, but there were no cuts or bruises on the outside of their bodies. The Dyatlov Pass incident is a chilling reminder of the unknown dangers that exist in the world. Even though Kovrino Hospital was never finished, it's become a place known for paranormal activity. People who go there say they feel uneasy, like someone is watching them. There are stories of voices whispering in the hallways, like the voices of people who were supposed to be treated there but never got the chance. People say they see shadows moving out of the corner of their eye, but when they turn to look, there's nothing there. Some even say they've been touched, scratched, or even pushed by something they couldn't see. It's like the hospital is haunted by its past. Russia is a vast country with old forests, snowy mountains, and empty plains, and it seems like the past is still alive there. The stories we've talked about are just a glimpse into the darkness that exists in the world. They remind us that even today there are things we can't explain. The question is, are these stories just stories, or is there some truth to them? Are there forces in our world that we're only beginning to understand? Because sometimes, the darkness whispers back,